Hello, Phantom Nova here, and welcome back to my channel and another episode of Planet Zoo franchise mode, where we are playing in our Zoo Legacy Prime. So where we left off last time was we just finished the aquatic center, which houses the saltwater crocodile, the dwarf caiman, king penguin, and gray seal. So we finished that off. That is now set. It also has 6 exhibits, but they're not. They're important. They're just not big ticket items like the habitat animals. So I've been working on it for a good chunk of time today. Working on getting the Savannah Plains in place, or started, whichever way you want to describe it. So I have started it. I've got the general layout done. So we're going to see it. Here it comes. Okay, so let's pause it so that we can look at this. What's going on here? Why? What is your problem? Running into the same thing as the Japanese Marcus set. Maybe, if that's how you say it. For some reason, it just does not. It just doesn't do right. Let's see if fixing that. There we go. So those are fixed. Yeah, I don't know how you say their name. But for some reason it just does not pick up the climbing for them until I do something like that. And it should recalculate. They need more shelter, but I think we're gonna end up having to get rid of some of them. Okay, their social needs to go back up. There we go. Okay, let's just take care of this. I thought I had fixed the sable antelope, but did I not? Oh, he must have... They're both pretty much the same. I wonder if he... Yep, he's one that just grew into adulthood. Yep, 5 siblings and parents. Yep. So we are going to release you. No, we're going to send you to the trade center. Get you in the trade center, and then we will... What do you mean multiple buildings? Most of our infrastructure is going to need to be repaired soon. Okay. Multiple facilities without power. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, duh. I know they're without power. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so back to it. I've worked, I spent a lot of time today working on the Savannah plains, figuring out, I think you can only say how to 5, yeah. Figuring out, oh, we must have sold, hold on, before we get to that, we must have sold most of them. Oh. Yep, so we sold all of them. Good. So let's just try to sell you. We're gonna have to go through the ostriches. We are going to end up getting rid of most of them, and we'll have to check some of the others. We'll probably get rid of some. Probably need to go through and the Colombian and the Japanese. I'm going to probably have to go through and get rid of some of these. I gotta figure out exactly which ones we're gonna... Oh, she's infertile. Go through and figure out exactly which ones we want to get rid of. What we might do is get rid of the males of each one. See, the problem is most of them we bought. I mean, there's a good chunk that we bred ourselves, but still half of them are ones that we got. But some of them are getting elderly. We can get rid of some of the elderly ones, get rid of almost all of them. But get rid of the males. Let's go over here and look. Colombian whiteface. Let's see. Up to 13 males, 39 females. Yeah, so we could get rid of some, or could get rid of all the males, re-get some males, and then we would just have the females. I mean, we could even get rid of a few of the females just to get those going again. And 17 and 33, do the same with them. Let's just see. What are we even searching for last? American bison. We're good on that. So what we're going to do is we want just males. I guess if I clicked filter, we'd be doing good. And we're going to do the Colombian white-faced first. Wow. 2. So that one's not bad. Okay, we'll get him and we'll keep checking back on that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on and get... I want to get both of them. I don't want to spend that much, but I do want one that's outside of purchasing from Frontier. Let's see, let's try to get 4 of each. I think that would be good. And we've already gotten... so we've only gotten 1 and 3. Okay. Probably shouldn't have spent that much on him. But hopefully we can make up some once we start trading out some of the ones we've bred. We're going to have to sell some of the others, but... And those are the same 3. Okay. We'll try back in a few minutes to look for them. But, so yeah, so back over here. So I worked for a very long time to try to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. And I'd spent a lot of time. I was going to do like a mountain here in the middle to hide the staff facilities, but I didn't like the way that looked. So I think I've come up with a new plan. We'll have to see what I think we're going to do, and that's what I forgot to put in these buildings. Okay, I'll have to go and extend this back a little, put in water treatment and power. I knew I was forgetting something when I built them. But that's fine. I may even just put them on top. That might be what we do. Just put them on top and we'll put some stairs or something over here. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is what we're going to do is it's going to be two areas here. One here in front of this one, and then one over here in front of this one. What we're going to do is do like a little village. Use the African, specifically African pieces, and build what looks to be a village here, and we'll have the habitats around them on both sides. We might do a third one here. I'll just see how it's gonna go. But what we're gonna do is, I mean, it's gonna sort of look like, not really. Yeah, it's not gonna look like that at all. What we're gonna do, so we'll have the shops, and let's just look over here. I don't know. If I search, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. And I think, yeah, we can change the color of them. I don't know what we're going to change it to. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, maybe something like that. I'll play around with the color, but what we're going to do is well, that wasn't exactly what I was going to do. See, that just does it so big. I wanted to do each of the shops in a building, but to do that, that's gonna, well, maybe not. Maybe that will be fine. Because if we bring it down to that, okay, so why can't I put it in? It won't let me rotate it. That's weird. Okay, bringing it down. I don't understand why I can't rotate more than just that. Because now I can. doesn't make any sense. I don't like that. I don't know why it won't let me. Because, I mean, I can't rotate this. To be around it. Okay, so we're going to have to play around with this to figure out. I mean, the only other option would be to get out of it. And then I could put it in. But that's not what I want. I want it to be part of the group. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, so we're going to do a little village here with the shops inside the buildings to make it look like a little village. And then under here, the safari ride can go. So what we're going to do is we're going to have it here. And it's going to loop around. I'm not sure where it's going to loop. I don't know if we're going to loop it all the way around. Or if we're going to just loop it like just this inner part. I've got to figure that out once we get going. Because I've looked at it and it looks like we're going to end up having something like 14 habitats. Unfortunately. There's just no real way to get around it. I mean, it's possible I could combine a few of the African animals that are the tropical. Like this one and this one. I mean, well, they're not nearly close, but it's possible that they could go together. Pygmy hippo is tropical as well. I mean, it's possible that they could go together. They don't get any species bonus, but and see, that one's tropical. So, I mean, it's possible we could do those four together. I just don't know. But yes, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to split this habitat up into 3, adding the hippopotamus and the elephant. So that'll bring it up to 12 animals, and we'll split them up between 3 habitats. So it'll be 4 animals in each one. And then we've got the 5 carnivore animals, and then 6 other animals to put in. So it might be that I end up having to expand this a little bit. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that we'll be good the way we are. But we'll see. We have gone on for 25 minutes without doing much of anything. So this episode's probably going to be longer. So we're going to dive into the time lapse now. yeah, see what we can do. Um, I got to start planning out some of the habitats, because this area is something like 30, I think 35,000 square meters, and this is 23. So it's not much bigger than that is. Um, so we might have to just expand it down this way a little bit more, just since we are going to have 14 habitats. But yeah, we'll work on that. Well, I'm going to start on the 2 villages, get them in place. Um, because it'll be easy. I won't put the path down yet. Um, or if I do, I mean, it'll be easy enough to move the village around, if we need to. Um, but yeah, that's what we're going to start. I'll get the power to these buildings, and yeah, we'll just get started on this and see how much we can get done. So I will see you when it is done. Okay, so I cut the time lapse if you couldn't tell. Um, Everything I'd done, I didn't like. I don't like the way that the um, guest facilities line up with those buildings, and so I undid everything that you saw in the time lapse. Um, well, mostly undid everything, um, and I worked on it after that because I wasn't sure what I wanted, um, how I wanted it to look, but I did work on it. This is what we got. Um, so yeah, not. I don't think it's too bad. We have a place for 4 shops. I mean, 8 shops. Of course, one of them would need to be the bathroom. I might end up taking these 2 corners out and putting another one in. But so what I did was, so we have this, and actually I might go on and switch it so that 6 shops can go in here. Um, that's probably what I'm going to do. But so we have shops can go in here, but then we're going to put the shops in here as well. They're not going to be tied to the actual building um, because they have to go in um, at the angle, um, which I mean I don't understand. Let's see how it looks because it might be. That's not what I want. Okay, let's change that. Change that. Bring it up to there. It's going to be a little harder to see because I don't want to put another building down. Come on. See, I mean, if I put another small building at the back, just see. That might be fine. I'm still trying to play around with it. So if we let's turn that off. They would end up walking through the wall more. We could do that, and that would attach. That would attach. That might be what we do, and it can be hidden away a little bit more. Let's do it this way. There we go. So we have 4 of them currently that will be able to put another shop in. And I'm thinking we might even do it here as well, on both sides. And potentially even one back here on each side. Just to make sure we have a good number of shops here. I mean, that's 6, so it's 9 shops, 1 bathroom. That we might put a bathroom here and a bathroom on this corner. So it'd be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shops, 2 bathrooms. I think that's pretty good because these are going to be pretty much separate. We're going to copy this over to the other side as well. But yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I'm going to switch out some of these for the bigger one. And we'll go from there. But so what we're going to do, so this will be our village, and I might, we're fine with that. Yeah, so this will be our village, and what we're going to do is we're going to have the habitats off of this. I've got to still figure out exactly how we're going to do that so that we can have good viewing for each of them. Let me look at something. Negative area. Okay. Ooh, I don't like that. Let's see here. Just move that out there for the moment. Move you there. We'll just move it right there. We'll have to fix this on the other side as well. Oh, it's gonna... Pathing system really needs some work done to it. I mean, like the fact that it deleted this whole thing and I'm not able to it's easy enough to reconnect these, but it's a pain. Well, except I can't reconnect that one. Or that one. I got that one. And I can't get that one. I can't get this one though. Okay. What are you doing? Like, I clicked for it to place and it glitched out. What we're going to actually do is we're going to just Move that there, and that's how it's going to be. Okay. Now let's look at the negative radius. Oh, that still has a pretty substantial negative radius. What if we move this to right there? And moved this back to there. And actually, we just need to close that off. Okay, that fixes it. Yeah, that'll be fine. And let's just make sure. Yeah, it can be. Okay. And what I just need to verify is, okay, water is everywhere, and that's enough power. I'm going to probably have to put some other power around, but okay, enough talking. I should have done that in the time lapse. But yeah, so I'm going to jump into another time lapse and work on getting some of these switched out. So that we can get all the shops put in. I won't put the shops in until we duplicate it for the other side. But then from there, I've got to figure out how we're going to do 14 exhibits, where the safari ride is going to go, and how we're going to have viewing for the 14 different. What I think we're going to do is we're going to have some some raised viewing platforms that overlook multiple exhibits. I think that's what we're going to do, but we'll see. So yeah, without any more talking, I'm going to jump back into the time lapse and continue working on this, and then yeah, we'll get moving with everything else. Okay, I'm gonna cut the time lapse there. I'm gonna work a little bit longer outside of the time lapse because you see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to redo the village, um, and it's just I don't want to keep on with it in the time lapse. So I'm gonna work on it real quick, and we'll be back to continue this um, as soon as possible. You won't see, you'll just get to see the finished product. Um, but yeah, I think it's going to look good once we get it done. Um, so yeah, I will see you in a minute. Um, or I should say, once I jump back, once I finish this, I'm going to just jump straight into time lapse, working on some of the exhibits. So I will see you after that. Okay, I said that I was going to cut into a time lapse um, for working on the um, after to work on the habitats after we finished this, just so we can see it is done. Both of them are done, um, and I've started laying out the habitats. I just wanted to get the size for this one so we can figure out how we're going to divide it up, because we're going to have to get four four animals in this area, four habitats, um, and then a couple here, and then more over here. But we're going to work on that. What I really wanted to show was this, and I've actually built two of them. They're going to be the shelter for the animals. But what they also are is we come down here and they're going to be an additional food courts. I'm not going to have many down here, maybe six, something like that. But they have viewing of the animals from below. Um, but then they can go up and have the viewing of the shelter itself, but then also a view of the plains. I'm going to work now on connecting. I built another staff center because it's going to be three. All three of them are going to be for the Savannah plains. It's going to be so large that we need the three. But I'm going to connect both of these to here because these are going to end up connecting over here. My guess is what I think I'm going to do is see, this only goes up to 10, right? Yeah. What I'm going to do is try to find the center, and we're going to have this come over here. I was going to do it underground, but I didn't like that. Come on. That drops substantially. I don't know how we're gonna do this. Or, you know what? Instead of doing a path, what if we did gondola? We could have the gondola connect here, just lead straight from over here to here. Do the same thing on the other side, and potentially even do one from here over to this one. Maybe that's what we'll do. Yeah. Just that's a lot of path to do. I'll do an underground staff path to connect this because that is needed. But yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna so I've done 3 habitats here. This one's almost 12,000. This one is just over 9,000, and then this one is 13,000. I might actually move these over some to give the middle one a little more space. And it's actually going to do that. Okay. There we go. Now, that one has closer to 10,000, and that one's just under 12. I mean, just under 13. We could move it a little more, and we might, just to give a little more space for each one. But so that's what we're going to do. And I've figured out how we're going to divide them. The hippo, the elephant, the giraffe, and the flamingo will go in one. We're going to put the Thompson gazelle, springbok, sable antelope, and zebra in another. And then the buffalo, wildebeest, ostrich, and warthogs will go in the third one. So that'll take care of this and a few of the other animals, which I have already bought. Took all of my conservation credits. Hopefully we can build some back up. But we have 5 elephants and a lot of hippos. A lot of the hippos I did not pay in conservation credits. I was able to get them in with just cash. Now most of them aren't good. I mean, aren't super great. Some of them are, like this one I did get pretty good. So hopefully that one I did pay pretty penny for. And I've got the monkeys. We're going to switch out all of the males of the Japanese macaque. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right now. And then the Colombian white-faced capuchin monkey. We're going to switch out all of the males we have for both of them and start over fresh with that, which is something I'm going to do eventually. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you what was going on. So I've nearly finished this. Actually, well, I mean, I just got to put the shops in below. So now I'm just going to work on this. I need to work underneath, which is going to be a little challenging to get to. I can get to it right there. Work underneath and work on getting the stairs put in here to get this done. And we'll be done with the 2 shelters, and then I'll work on getting the we might not use the gondola. We might use, or the suspended gondola. We might do the suspended gondola. We'll have to see, because I don't have a lot of space. Or I'm at the monorail. Unless I'm able to too bad there the negative radius is so bad. So say this was here. Let's just look at the negative radius. Yeah, see, that's completely covered. Wow. It would literally have to be that high. I mean, I could redo this, take away a little bit here. We'd have to redo the path for the staff facility. Again, not undoable, because there is space on this side. Or we could just narrow this back some. Okay, so we got a lot to work on, because I don't think doing a path across is going to look good. We're going to have the staff paths underneath, and not super worried about them. But the guest path, I don't like the thought of that being like that. I don't mind just a little bit to do like a platform, but not something like that. And we've got to figure out exactly where the adventure ride is going to go. I'm thinking we're just going to have it go through these 3. Circle something like that and back. But we got lots to work on. So I'm going to go on and jump into the time lapse now, and we will record this. And yeah, we'll see what we can get done. Okay, I think that's where we're going to come out of the time lapse, and I think that's actually where we're going to end up calling the episode. Took longer than I would have liked to get some of this stuff in place, but we now have the monorail in place. Goes all the way around with 5 stops, so that's excellent. We now have all of them connected through the staff paths. We still need to get it connected here, but I got to figure out what we're going to do in the middle here. But we now have power and electricity to both of these over here, so we can get the shops put in and get them set. And then the next will be to just work on getting the habitats framed, because I'm not sure what we're going to use to frame them. I don't really want to use regular barriers. I think I want to do it more natural, but we'll see. We're going to work on that. We're going to figure out which one the hippos are going to be in. Because we're going to do down here. One of these sides is going to be water viewing for the hippos. Since we do have so many of them, if it's going to come up. There we go. But yeah, so we're going to do the hippo viewing on one of these sides. I'm not sure which one yet. Okay, we're going to exit out of that. But yeah, so that's the plan. We're set now to start. What I want to do is get the habitats. I really want to get these 3 done, and then what I'll have to do is just figure out some way to connect this down, because we can't take up but so much room, because we still have, if we put 5 habitats here, that still leaves 6. Yeah, that still leaves 6 that we have. Yeah, still leaves 6 that we have to get put in. We'll be able to get a couple over here, but probably 3 of them are going to have to go in this middle section. So we're going to have to really play around with it to figure out how we're going to do that. But yeah, I mean, we've got more to do to these buildings, but for now, that's what they're going to be. But yes, so that's where we're going to end it. And we will pick up here next time, and see if we can't get through more. What I'm going to do, reason I'm saving some of these up here, is I'm going to use some of them in the habitats around the edges. Not all of the edges, but I'm going to do little clusters of them at some of the edges, just as the decoration. Mainly just in these 3. It's not going to be in any of these over here. But yes, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah. So that's where we're at. Hopefully we can get a lot done next time, so that we can start moving some of the animals over here. Get the hippos and elephants moved to quarantine to get them in. And yeah, I've got to figure out where the river's going to come. What it might do is just do a little bit of a river coming up, do the waterfall, and then do the rest. Because I'm not sure where the river's going to go from over here. Same over here. It's going to come and come down somehow. And probably do one from this side too. But we'll get those put in place. And start working on these 3 habitats. If we can get what I'd like to do is get the outline of those done and then see about starting a few of these others, because that's going to determine where we put the safari ride here. I've got to be able to connect all of the gates so that the keepers can get to them. That's going to be the biggest problem. But then also figuring out viewing for some of these over here. But we'll work on that along with the rest of this next time. But yeah, that's where we're going to call it. So until next time, stay safe.